Hey everybody, welcome to the Creativity Cave. I'm so excited to have you here today stamping with me. I'm Dina Rico and I have this adorable card box to share with you. And this is created do you remember back in the day, if you've been around a while, we used to have the BOX-a-Lope? Well, this is the BOX-a-Lope. It is a little box of cards that has 3 adorable projects in it that I made using this month's Paper Pumpkin card kit and a couple of extra supplies. So look at how cute these are. And I gotta hold this one like this because then you can't see the little, oops. See, not even there. Okay. This is a really simple project and I am going to show you how the box comes together. The stamping I think is really easy. If we have time at the end, I'll show you how I made that, but let's focus on how this box came together. It's so cute. First of all, I mentioned Paper Pumpkin. So that is our subscription box service, and this comes to your house once a month. And when you subscribe, of course, and in it is the instructions and all of those supplies you need to make different projects. This month, it creates 9 cards with these adorable matching envelopes. And here are those cards. I made up each of them. Oops. And they're really fun cards this month. I love them. I think because they're a sign of spring, and who doesn't like that? This is the stamp set. Mine are all mounted on blocks right now for this project, but this is what each of the images looks like. Love the set. I mean, what's not to love? They're the fun kind of calligraphy scripty type words, and then these cute teeny little flowers. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love it. Then in addition to that, the kit also has all kinds of stuff, and mine is kind of a mess right now because I've been playing with it. In fact, I pretty much had to stop myself from playing with it because I've had such a good time. I need to get some other work done. But there are stickers, as you can see here. There's leaf stickers, flower stickers. These are little greeting flags and shapes. And here's some more, and here's extra. I love they give you extras of most everything, so there's more leftover pieces even when you make up all the projects, which is always fun, because that's where you can really, get creative. And then here are the pre-printed cards. Like I said, there's a whole bunch in there, which is great. And there's some sequins too, and I love these sequins because they're gold and iridescent pink, and they're just adorable. Okay, so when you get this subscription box as a customer with the Creativity Cave, I also provide you with some additional projects each month. And there's usually 10 to 12 plus whatever I put on my blog. And I try to put something on every month on my blog. And those projects are exclusively for Creativity Cave subscribers. It's a really great benefit when you are a subscriber with me. And I love sharing alternate ideas. Sometimes we get kits that I don't want to say are bad kits, but they're maybe not quite right up your alley. And I find those, if I open it up and I'm like, oh, that's all right. I find when I look at all the projects that I get at the end of the month that we compile together to share for you, that then I'm totally sold, even on the kits that aren't quote unquote the greatest. And I mean, let's be honest, not everybody's going to be happy every single month, but that's why I provide these extra ideas, because that really does make a huge difference for me. Now I'm going to stop rambling about that and show you how I made this cute box, because it's really simple. Okay, so I'm going to set my cards aside over here in the box, get some of this stuff out of the way so I can bring in my paper trimmer and show you how this came together. It's pretty easy. So first of all, I'm going to use my paper trimmer because it's got the scoring blade, which I love. Now I'm going to push this up here because I do it at the bottom, and I'll show you why. So here is one of the envelopes, and what you can see on here is I'm scoring on the 3 sides of the envelope, and then I'm also going to do a little scoring up top. So let me show you how that works. First of all, I'm using this first 1/4 inch line. It's the first solid line, from the grid that goes down. And so that I can have my envelope flush on the bottom, or so it's flush. That's why I'm using it on the bottom. I'm having a hard time talking today. I apologize. Now, I think part of it is because right before I did this, I was on Facebook and I watched Kelly Clarkson do her song from American Idol last week. I don't know if you guys watched this. I'm not into American Idol at all. In fact, I'm not even really a Kelly Clarkson person, but oh my gosh, I watched that show and I totally started crying. Oh, if you haven't seen it, you should. It's got like a gabillion hits, so I'm sure you probably have seen it. All right, back to my project. So again, I'm lining it up on that 1/4 inch line, that first little line, and then I'm just going to score. And yes, that's right, score. So I'll do that on the side, the bottom, and the other side. And then up here, well, actually, if I flip it over, I can still use my bottom spot on here so that you're not confused. Okay, so I've got those 3 score lines. Oops, you can't really see, but there it is. Okay, 3 score lines. Then what I'm going to do is come to this envelope. So it's got the score line, you know, for the flap of the envelope, and I want that same distance on both the top and the bottom of that. So what I'm going to do is line my score line up with that first mark. Okay, so that'll give me a score line right below. And then what I'm going to do is take the original score line from the envelope and line that up with the 1/4 inch mark on the other side. So it's right here. Do you see that? So here's the 1/4 inch line we were using before, right here. And then I'm going to take the original score line from the envelope and line it up on the 1/4 inch on the other side. And that is how I get the score line both above and below the original one. And that will make up for this thickness so that when I close my box, it's thick rather than closing it flat like the envelope originally closed. I hope that makes sense. Now, I need to trim off some of this business right here. So I'm going to go in and cut this part here all the way to the score line that I made. It helps if you score on all the score lines first, and I should say crease on all the score lines first. So I'm going to pull out my bone folder, and I'm really going to crease that really good and strong. Push on that, and like, you tell it who's boss. I want to say you could make that envelope your but that would be inappropriate to say, and I'm a nice lady. Okay, so I hope you're getting a chuckle out of that, and I hope you're not offended. Sometimes a girl has to be a little sassy when she stamps. I hope you understand that. Okay, so here are my 3 score lines here, and then I also will fold on the 2 score lines that I created for my envelope, but not the one that was already there. Okay, so just be careful of that. If you do, it's not like the end of the world. It's not going to spontaneously combust or anything, but it just helps keep it nice. Now, on my original box, I decided to kind of reinforce some of these. So the next step is to pop this into the actual box. So you open it up and then just kind of press on those spots, and then you have the box being formed. Do you see that? Let me show you on here because I've kind of already pre-done all these. So boom, it pops into the box. And then you've got these little triangles down here. So what I did is I folded them to the bottom and then glue dotted them in place. Okay, so the triangles are no longer a problem. And then because this is not like the most attractive looking thing, I took a piece of cardstock and just adhered it right over the top. Now this cardstock that I'm using is actually a strip that I have left over from when I trim my card fronts down. So you're making your card and you want to put, you know, you've got like a colored card and then you want to put a white layer on top so that the color sticks out below, you know. This is what's left over from trimming those pieces. So you're making white panels that are like 4 by 5 1/4. That's what this is left over from. And it just happens to be the perfect size. So I adhered one to the bottom to cover up those little flaps after I glue dotted them. I also placed them right here. And this kind of helped convince us to not fold on that score line. That was the original score line from the envelope. I also did them on the inside of my card. So basically I took my strip, I trimmed it to size very carefully. Okay, you can see this happening right here. Boom, to size. I put adhesive down the length of it, like so. And then I reached in and stuck it in there, okay, and pressed down. I just set it on here and then press, 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 and then that really sticks it on. Now I'm noticing that this one is just a teensy bit wide, so I'm not going to actually go ahead and adhere it to my card because it won't quite fit. It was a little bit too wide, but if you have a normal one from that trimming that I'm talking about, those do fit perfectly. Okay, so that's how my box came together. Now, one more thing is the closure, you might notice, is kind of cool. Check this out. So this is magnetized. Oh yeah, that's right. I used magnets for this. And I really kind of was proud of myself with how I came up with this. So on a project I did recently, I had used magnets for a closure and I used 2 magnets. But these magnets you get at the craft store, they're not very expensive, but they are quite powerful. But they're also kind of thick when you put 2 together. So let me show you. And, ooh, see, they are powerful. But the 2 together, that's pretty thick. I mean, that's like half the distance of your card box width. So what I did instead of that extra magnet here is I thought, what is metal that would adhere to it, or not adhere, would be attracted to it? And I thought a paper clip, and I was like, oh, you know, how can I take a regular office paper clip like this one and make it cute? Well, I mean, I guess I could stick it on there, but we have these adorable ones. Now, the adorable clips are from the Bose clips. I'm just looking for them. Of course, they were right here, and now I can't find them. Oh, they're just right next to me. Bow paperclip embellishments from the Occasions catalog, and I just slipped that on here. I glue dotted this inside my envelope, and then just to make it pretty, I put a little punch right there. That also helps so that the cardstock doesn't ever want to rip because it's so attracted to itself. Okay, then last but not least, the cards are so adorable. The stamping is really easy, but let me show you where this came from. I'm adding 1 stamp set and 1 other product, note cards and envelopes. These are a little bit smaller than our standard card, but they're great. That's what all the size of these cards are. And then I used this Pretty Thankful stamp set. It has the cool frames here. It also has this leaf, which I love. And so I could add some leaves to those beautiful flowers that came in the paper pumpkin kit. So that's all that I added. Smudge covered. Happiness is achieved. That's all I added to these cards. I stamped them with kind of the color scheme and design that was on that envelope because I thought it was just so pretty. And I think they came together great. You could probably fit another couple more cards in here, but I stopped at 3 because I thought that was a good round number, and I was so excited to get the video shot so I could put it on my blog and share it with you. If you go to my blog, there will be links to all of the things that I used on here, as well as the Paper Pumpkin subscription. It's a great deal right now, too, because they have a 3-month subscription on sale. It's $5 off, and you qualify for a celebration item. What's not to love about that? So go to my blog and check it out. And, of course, when you become a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you're also a Creativity Cave VIP member, and you get all the benefits of that. And the Creativity Cave is a great place for all the inspiration you need. And of course, when you're a subscriber to Paper Pumpkin, I also share with you 10 to 12 ideas with a complete written out tutorial each month just for you. And I hope you like that. It's an exclusive option just through the Creativity Cave. So thanks so much for tuning in, you guys. I always love stamping with you, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!